Well, June is Migraine and Headache Awareness Month, and coming up on Monday, it's Shades for Migraine Day, a global campaign that has its roots right here in Rhode Island. And joining us now via Zoom to talk more about migraine, Dr. Christopher Rhyne, a headache physician and director of clinical research at the Diamond Headache Clinic. Doctor, thanks so much for being here.
I'm so excited. Thanks for having me.
I know you're on the road in Chicago. You just finished giving a lecture, and I'm hoping we can start with the basics. When we say migraine, we're not just talking about a headache, correct?
No, I really appreciate the way that you put that. I think that probably the biggest issue with migraine headache is that people don't know they've got it. You know, they assume that they're dealing with regular headaches and it's just the way that things go. Unfortunately, migraine attacks and migraine headaches are really a neurological disorder that need to be addressed by physicians. So yeah, it definitely is a much more impactful condition than sort of a run-of-the-mill headache.
And how many people are impacted by migraine?
It's epidemic, unfortunately, and really goes underreported, but depending on which evidence you look at, we are dealing with somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 million Americans, more than 10% of the population of the United States, that are dealing with or struggling with migraine. 1 in 4 households are dealing with migraine, and it is the World Health Organization's #2 cause for productive hours lost worldwide. So it is a profoundly impactful disease that affects a lot of households, and unfortunately, mostly women.
And with that being said, because it impacts so many people, let's talk about what's happening on Monday. It's Shades for Migraine Day. My understanding is this was launched in 2017 by the Association of Migraine Disorders, which is based right here in Rhode Island, and it's a way to raise awareness about the disease. So how can people participate on Monday?
Yeah, we are raising awareness for migraine and apparently for Rhode Island as well. Way to go, guys. Yeah, so the way that we're doing this is pretty simple. It's to take photographs of yourself wearing sunglasses, upload them. You can find social media, whatever you prefer, Shades for Migraine, hashtag Shades for Migraine, and tag your photographs wearing sunglasses. It's not just because it's summertime that we're doing sunglasses. Unfortunately, if you have anyone in your life that deals with migraine, if you deal with migraine, or if you're researching because of this news broadcast what migraine's all about, these folks will wear sunglasses to protect their eyes because light is very difficult for them to tolerate. And so in homage to that, we are wearing sunglasses on the 21st and supporting those folks and bringing awareness to this condition that affects so many people.
And as a director of clinical research, where does research stand right now on migraine? What treatments and preventions are available?
I think it's really neat that we are really at a sort of renaissance right now in terms of medication options. For a long time, there were very limited options, but over the last 5 years, we've had multiple, both prevention and rescue options that I would love your viewers to be able to go and talk to a physician about the opportunity to get some of those medications.
Do you think we fully understand migraine right now, or is there a lot that we still don't really know?
Yeah, I think that in terms of trying to understand the disease, it's super complicated and involves quite a bit of our central nervous system and the way that it's processing pain. However, I think we're at a point now where we're sort of fundamentally understanding chemically what's going on. And so that's where these newer medications have been coming from, how to identify other ways to do a better job of dealing with the chronicity of the disease, or ways that we could do a better job helping support individuals who are suffering with the disease, I think are probably the bigger lessons that we still need to learn in terms of migraine.
Dr. Christopher Rhyne, thank you so much for your time and your insight today.
It is my pleasure. Thanks for having us on.